To survive the Ascension trial, the Fireborn Crown Prince took me, a serpent princess, as his bride. I gave everything I had, then made him emperor. But on the day of his coronation, he used the Ascension flames to destroy the entire serpent clan. One arm around Lily Voss, the rabbit spirit, the other hand driven through my chest, pulling out my soul core.
Seraphine Moro, when your serpent clan destroyed the Hare clan, you should have known this day would come.
I watched my clanspeople struggle and die in the flames, and die without my soul core to protect me. Was stabbed to death by that fragile little rabbit spirit. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on my wedding day. Lily Voss knelt on the floor and said she carried the crown prince's child, begging only to be allowed in as a concubine. Everyone waited for my answer. I lifted my own veil, walked to the raven standing nearby, and asked him to marry me. What Lily didn't know was this. The Ascension trial was 9 parts death. Without me, the Fireborn Crown Prince was worth less than that raven. When I opened my eyes, the fire was gone, replaced by candle lights in every direction.
Seraphina, when you go to the Fireborn court, be a worthy crown princess. Don't shame the Serpent clan.
My mother, Queen Solara, held my hands, her eyes full of tears. I looked around, recognized everything, and understood I had been reborn to the day of my wedding to Fireborn Crown Prince Ashvane Solaris. My mother finished speaking. My father, King Aldrich, added a few words.
The glory of the Snake Clan is entrusted to you today.
Summono placed the white veil over my head, then an uninvited guest burst into the hall. Princess Seraphine, Lily Voss, the rabbit spirit, knelt on the floor.
Let me marry into the Fireborn court in your place. I carry the Crown Prince's child. We have long been promised to each other. Please, grant me this.
The words hit the hall like a stone hitting water. My mother's face darkened. Even my father, who was always even-tempered, went cold. The Serpent Clan and the Hare Clan had been enemies since the beginning. Yet Lily Voss, a rabbit spirit, held a higher place in our clan than I did as its princess. She was the youngest daughter of the last Hare King. A century ago, a rebellion broke out among the male hares who resented having a female king. On her deathbed, the Hare Queen entrusted her loyal servant to bring the infant Lily secretly to the Serpent Clan. People came to believe that the Serpent King and the Hare Queen had once shared a brief affair, and that Lily was the result. My father never acknowledged that past, but he still brought Lily into the palace, and out of guilt, gave her treatment even better than what he gave me, his own princess. In my last life, Lily came to visit after I had already married into the Fireborn court, and only then entangled herself with Ashvane. By the time I died, I had never heard anything about her carrying his child. I couldn't help lifting my veil. I saw Lily look up at me with a smile that had already decided how this would end. That was when I understood. Lily had been reborn too.
Outrageous!
My father was furious.
Do you know how exalted the Fireborn Crown Prince is? He and Seraphina have had a betrothal for years.
Lily knows.
Lily's eyes were steady.
Lily knows her place is too low to be his queen. She would be grateful even as a concubine.
The Fireborn court has more rules than anyone can count and shows no mercy to the weak. Going there is no different from walking into your own death.
My father was so alarmed he said this directly to Lily without caring that I was standing right there.
Lily, the match I arranged for you is far better. Marry into the Raven Order. Your standing there would be the highest of anyone.
As my father said, the Fireborn were noble, but also arrogant. They looked down on every other spirit clan. Every 1,000 years, the Fireborn faced the Ascension trial. Those who passed became the next king of all feathers. But the number who passed was very low. 9 out of 10 failed. Either their power was permanently destroyed, or they died in the attempt. Our Serpent Clan's scales were indestructible. They could protect a Fireborn through the trial without death. Our secret arts were powerful too, and dual cultivation with us amplified both parties' power. So the Fireborn had come to us 1,000 years ago. The Fireborn forced the Serpent Clan to sign a pact. Every time a new Fireborn Crown Prince was born, the Serpent Clan had to send a princess with great cultivation to assist his ascension. In return, the Fireborn would protect the Serpent Clan, and because of that protection, the Fireborn looked down on us even more. Even married in as the Crown Princess, my standing would be no higher than a Fireborn servant girl. But no matter how much my father reasoned with her, Lily refused to hear a word of it.
Ravens are cursed birds. Their standing is even lower than the Serpent clans. Even if I became their queen, I still wouldn't rank above a Fireborn servant girl. I want to marry the Fireborn Crown Prince.
The auspicious hour was almost here. My father ran out of patience. He called guards to drag Lily away by force.
Send for the physician. Get rid of the child she's carrying.
But the moment they reached the door, each of the guards was struck by a bolt of golden light. When the light faded, Ashvane Solaris stepped into view. Ashvane was strikingly handsome, refined and polished as jade. At just 3 years old, he had already stood out from among the Fireborn princes and been named Crown Prince by the old Fireborn king. But this man with such a fine reputation, after I helped him ascend, listened to Lily's scheming and moved to destroy the entire Serpent clan. Because Lily believed her mother's death had been orchestrated by my father, she had been born a distinguished hair princess and ended up as the Serpent King's illegitimate daughter, and she had never forgiven that.
Ashvane, please. Stop.
At the time, I knelt and begged Ashvane to stop.
If the Serpent clan fell, the Fireborn would never again have an easy path through their ascension.
Ashvane drove his hand through my chest and pulled out my soul core.
Don't worry. I'll use the scales of your entire clan to forge the finest armor in the world. Consider it your clan's atonement.
I watched my clan's people have their scales stripped from their bodies one by one, then be thrown into the ascension flames. That day the ground ran with blood. Screaming filled the air. The fire dyed the whole sky red. Thinking of it now, I wanted to kill this man where he stood.